So you're dreaming of a career in nursing? That's awesome. Your first year of college is really where that dream starts to take shape. But let's be honest, it can also feel like you're trying to cross a minefield. Well, today, we're going to give you the map to get through it, to turn that pre-nursing goal into a seriously strong application. But before we dive into all the strategies and tips, let's get back to basics and ask the most fundamental question of all. When you tell people you're pre-nursing, what are you actually saying? The answer might surprise you, and, it's totally key to handling your first year. See, this simple definition kind of reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? Pre-nursing isn't some major you're locked into forever. It's a path. It's just the process of checking off your prerequisites and building a profile so you can apply to a professional program. That little shift in perspective can take a huge weight off your shoulders. It's all about preparation, not some pass or fail label. Okay, so with that new mindset, let's talk about what it means to define your personal path. This is all about setting the right internal foundation from the moment you step on campus.
It is so easy to fall into the comparison trap, but you've got to remember this. College isn't a race where everybody starts at the same line. Some of you might have aced AP Bio in high school, right? While others are just discovering a passion for science for the very first time. Your goal isn't to be perfect, it's to build a solid foundation right from where you are right now.
All right, mindset is set. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This next part is all about building that academic foundation with real, actual strategies you can start using in class and for those late-night study sessions.
Okay, let's talk about the big one, your GPA. Here's the deal. Your academic record begins the second your first class starts. And nursing programs, well, they're meticulous. They'll look at your overall GPA for sure, but they're also going to zoom in with a microscope on your science prerequisite courses. We're talking anatomy, physiology, chemistry. Trust me, those early grades carry a lot more weight than you might think.
Now, before you start to panic, I want you to really absorb this quote. It perfectly captures the balance you need. Did you have a rough start in Chem 101? It happens to a lot of people. But what admissions committees are looking for is consistency and resilience. They want to see an upward trend. A pattern of struggling could be a red flag, but one stumble that's followed by a strong comeback, that's just a learning opportunity.
So how do you actually build that positive pattern? It all starts with smart planning. For example, a really well-balanced first semester might be Gen Chem with its lab, a general ed course like psychology, an English comp class, and maybe a first-year experience seminar. See how that balances a heavy science class with other requirements? It gives you time to adjust. A super common mistake is trying to tackle chemistry and anatomy in your first semester. That can really tank your GPA right out of the gate. Seriously, go talk to your advisor.
Now, let's talk about how you study, because this is a total game changer. Nursing school demands a huge mental shift from just memorizing facts to actually applying concepts. It's not going to be enough to know the definition of homeostasis. You have to understand what happens to a patient when their body can't maintain it and what you, the nurse, would do about it. Start practicing with case studies and NCLEX-style questions now. You've got to build that critical thinking muscle early. Okay, grades are the bedrock, we get it. But, and this is a big but, they are absolutely not the whole picture. Let's move on to developing your professional identity, which, by the way, starts long before you ever put on a pair of scrubs. Admissions committees are looking for the whole package, and this table breaks it all down. They're using these 3 pillars to answer some pretty basic questions. Academics asks, can you handle the tough science? Experience asks, do you actually get what nurses do, and are you truly committed? And professionalism asks, do you have the maturity and accountability to be trusted with people's lives? You need to be building all 3 of these from day one. This right here is such crucial advice. Getting experience isn't a contest to see who can rack up the most volunteer hours. A consistent year-long volunteer role at a hospital where you genuinely learned about patient interaction is way more impressive than a dozen one-off health fairs you did just to pad your resume. You've got to seek out meaningful engagement. And professionalism isn't some vague idea you'll figure out later. Nope. It's built in the small things you do every single day. It's how you write an email to your professor. It's whether you meet deadlines without making a bunch of excuses. It's the rapport you build with your faculty. I mean, these are the people who are going to be writing your letters of recommendation, and their impression of you starts forming right now. Okay, this brings us to our final and maybe our most important section. The path to becoming a nurse, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We're talking about playing the long game here, which takes strategy, resilience, and fiercely protecting your own well-being. So what do you do with your summer or winter break?
As you can see from this chart, there are a lot of productive ways to use that time. You could get your CNA certification, knock out a tough prerequisite all by itself, or just take some time to map out your next year. But look at that big slice of the pie for rest and recharge. Burnout is so real, and actively preventing it isn't lazy. It's a critical strategy for your long-term success.
The key takeaway here is this. Whatever your friend is doing over the summer doesn't have to be what you're doing. The key is to be intentional. Ask yourself, what does my application need most right now to move forward? Is it a CNA course? Is it a challenging science class? Or is it just some much-needed sleep? Make a conscious choice that actually serves your goals.
We all make mistakes, but you can learn from the common missteps of all the students who've gone before you. Don't wait until you've failed an exam to go find a tutor. Don't overload your schedule thinking you can handle it all. And please, for your own sake, read the emails from your advisor. They are sending you lifelines to help you avoid problems down the road.
This is a massive mindset shift for so many students. Your advisor is not there to block you from your dream. They are your strategic partner, your coach. They've seen hundreds of students walk this exact same path, and their whole goal is to help you build the strongest, most competitive application you possibly can. You have to use their expertise. I want you to really let this sink in. You are more than a number on a piece of paper. Nursing programs are looking for whole people. People who show growth, who show resilience, compassion, and self-awareness. A setback doesn't disqualify you. How you respond to it is what truly defines you as a future professional.
So, your first year isn't the finish line. It's the foundation. It's the concrete slab on which your entire nursing career is going to be built, brick by brick. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?